So this stuff down here controls the well pump, turns on and off whenever that gray switch there.
That button. Right.
This here,
Okay.
this is a pressure switch that tells the well pump outside when to turn on and when to turn off.
Okay.
It turns on at a preset low pressure and then turns off at a preset high pressure. The water from that goes over to this blue tank. This is the pressure tank for the whole property, basically. And the plumbing from there goes over to this tank, and then the rest of this pre-treatment tees off of that.
Okay.
So then here, these three green valves, this is called a 3-valve master bypass. So and there's 4 valves here, but this one,
Just the intake.
this one, and this one
Okay.
are the master 3-valve bypass. So the water comes up from the well. In this position, all the pre-treatment in here, which consists of this filter that takes out iron, and these twin tanks, which are responsible for removing the calcium and manganese,
Okay.
and this pre-filter here, which captures the sand and sediment first thing from the well. So this water comes up, goes into the sand filter first, which captures the sand, and this needs to be cleaned once in a while, otherwise you lose pressure.
Okay.
Then it goes from the sand filter into the iron filter, which removes the iron and any hydrogen sulfide gas that might be in the well, and that's a nasty rotten egg odor.
Yeah. Okay.
Then it goes from there into the water softener to remove the calcium, the hardness, which is the white scale you were seeing in the house.
Yes. Okay.
And it's possible to just run the house on these 3 pieces of equipment. But then the next stage to make this water almost like city water is this reverse osmosis system behind me, and I'll pan over there in a second. So all this treated water then goes through this tube.
The pink tube. Okay.
It's supposed to be clear, but it's pink. To this commercial reverse osmosis unit back here.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this unit makes, I don't remember how much water it makes. I think it's capable of, I don't know, 200 or 300 gallons a day, maybe more. And it fills these 2 white tanks. And this is also a pressure vessel for the RO. And then this tank has float switches in it that turn this thing on and off. So when the tanks are full, the floats come up and the reverse osmosis turns off. And then this water out of these 2 tanks, which comes out of this pipe down here and goes to this pump. And this pump, in this configuration, this pump is providing the pressurized water to the house and to the corrals. And it's feeding this high quality drinking water to the house and to the corrals.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
So fairly complicated.
Yeah.
Fairly complicated.
State of the art.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's state of the art and over 20 years old. So,
Wow.
yeah. So that's basically the equipment you have in here.
Okay.
Now, as for routine maintenance, let's see. Let's start with the valves. So, in the event that everything in here fails except the well, you can get unfiltered, untreated water to the house by opening this bypass valve like that,
Okay.
closing these two valves. Sure. And with these valves closed, this entire water treatment system is isolated, and you have just untreated well water going to the house there.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to turn this back on. And even with these on, if this valve is open, you'll get untreated water blended with the treated water and going to the house, which is handy to know in an emergency. And this is all on tape.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So, periodically, this filter will plug up with sand and mud and stuff, and needs to be taken out and cleaned or replaced.
I'm guessing that's what this thing is.
Yep, that's what that wrench is for. So, and this filter, you can't unscrew it if there's pressure on it. You'll break the wrench first. So what you do is you turn that handle off, and on top there's a red button that you press, and it dribbles water
right.
until it stops dribbling. And at that point, in theory, this canister unscrews. Like that. And I brought a fresh filter for that.
Okay.
So then you take this out. And it's okay to get water on the floor in here. It's just concrete and stucco. Nothing you can hurt.
Wow.
So this filter is pretty abused and needs to be replaced. So we will do that today.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just set this outside.